Welcome to today's Daily Fire. Today's topic is this: be careful who you listen to. Sit back and relax, and welcome to today's show. So this morning, I'm sitting at the gym, and there's a couple trainers that go to the gym, and they train people. They do what they should do, right? And I've noticed this one trainer, and he's very quiet. Definitely not my cup of tea. He would not be a trainer I would hire, but great guy, I'm sure. But he's got this guy that he's working with, and the guy that he's working with today, I could tell is like kind of brand new, doesn't really know a whole lot about weights, lifting, etc. Which I'm like, dude, good for you. Way to go. Like, way to go. Like, way to take action. Like, you know, hire a trainer, get yourself in the gym, start working out, like doing your thing. Like he's not an overweight guy. He's a thin guy, and he's lifting weights. Like, he's trying to lift weights, and I was like, just super proud of him. I'm like, dude, well done, man. Well done. So anyhow, I'm watching him train him. I just happen to look over. I'm getting ready to do some lat pull downs, and I look over at him, and the trainer's standing there with his hands in his pockets. He's sitting there looking at the guy that he's training. He's sitting there looking at him, and the guy that he's training is doing squats, right? And he's got a decent amount of weight on for a guy who clearly is new, and I can just tell he's new by the way he moves, but his like just every part of it, right? He's got a decent amount of weight on there for the way he walks, and way he's just kind of hanging out. So he gets his squats, gets the rack going, and then he drops. And it's literally probably the worst form I have ever seen when it comes to a squat. The dude was all the way on his toes, and those of you who don't understand form and why that matters, just understand that this guy's going to hurt himself. Like, for sure is going to hurt himself. The way he was squatting, he was all the way on his toes. Like, so when he, instead of like sitting back when he squats, he sits all the way forward. His knees tracked really far forward. He's literally like on his toes. His range of motion was like, hold on. There we go. I don't know. I got a little cold or something. It's driving me nuts. But his range of motion was terrible. Like, he's nowhere, not even close to parallel. I'm not perfect at it. There's times that I'll go too heavy and I can't get all the way down, and I'm like, I gotta pull some weight off. I gotta let go of the ego, pull some weight off. But he does this. I watch the form, and then in my expectation as a trainer would be that he's going to correct him. Right? He's gonna be like, hey, dude, don't do that. Let's pull the weight off. Let's do something different. Blah blah blah. Whatever it is, that was the expectation. As a person who hires a person, if I pay you to do a service for me, like I pay you because you're an expert at something that I'm not an expert at, I'm going to expect to suck, and I'm going to expect you to fix my problem. I'm going to expect you to tell me, hey, do this, right? I would expect the correction. I watch him go through, and he does like 10 reps. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't stop him. He doesn't correct it. He goes through it. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's just waiting for that set to be done so he can go into the next set the correct way. Zero coaching. Zero. He's a trainer. Literally, this dude is being paid to train this other guy. Like, he said, hey, I don't know what to do. I'm going to hire you. And the guy who's supposed to be the expert, the guy who's supposed to be training him, goes in. Like he does nothing. The guy goes back into the next set. Guess what? Same form, same everything. No correction, nothing. I'm all, what are you paying this dude for? And what's the worst about it is the guy doesn't even know. Like, the guy who hired him, he has no idea. He doesn't know. That's why he hired him. He hired him to teach him. And the guy being paid to teach is not teaching. He's not stepping in. So I'm like, I don't know if he just is ignorant. He also doesn't know, right? He's one of these guys that walk around and like, hey, pay me money even though I haven't done anything, even though I don't know anything. Just pay me some money I'll put trainer on the back of my shirt, and then all of a sudden I'm a trainer. Like, I remember going in, this a long time ago. I remember going in, and it was back in my previous life I modeled. And I remember going into the gym, and I wanted to work on my six-pack. I wanted to make sure that it was even, symmetrical, whatever. And I get it now that that's not actually possible to make a symmetrical abs. Your abs are what they are. If you don't have a blocky six-pack, you're not going to have a blocky six-pack. It's just genetics. If you got like one that's a little squampus, it's going to be squampus. You can't straighten it out. So, excuse me. Jeez. So I go into this gym, and I'm like, I want someone who's an ab expert. I'm like, and I'll go to the counter, and it was a Gold's Gym back in the day, back in Utah, up in like it's like South Salt Lake. So I'm like, I need an ab expert, and there was like a couple trainers there, and like, oh, I can help you, blah, blah, blah. And I literally looked at him. I'm like, pull up your shirt. Oh, let me see. And he pulls up his shirt, and he like doesn't even have abs. Like, I had better abs than he did, and I'm all, yeah, dude, you're not an ab expert. He's like, and he literally was like, well, no, I know it. He's like, it's these things and blah, blah, blah. I'm all, bro, I'm not interested at all in your theory. if you don't do it and you don't have it, I don't want what you have. So I'm not going to pay you to teach me something you learned out of a book. Like it's the way, like people are just deranged in this. It's like I learned something, so I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. People, you got online a lot of people just popping up and they're just being the expert. Like one thing I do inside of Pivot, I don't train anything I don't live. I don't talk about anything that I don't live. If I don't live it, I don't do it. Like I won't tell you about it. I'll tell you I don't know. I'll tell you I don't know, right? But I'm really, really good. I'm an expert at some things, and those things that I'm an expert at, oh yeah, I'll train and talk about them all day long. But the things I'm not, I got to back off, right? I'm not a trainer. I'm not a personal trainer. That's not who I am. So there's things that a personal trainer would do to be able to help me. And just like watching this guy today, this morning in the gym, and I just like the lesson for today is just be really careful who you hire. Be really careful who you give money to. Don't take it for their word that this is what I say. I'm this guy. I'm this. If they don't have results, if their results are not inarguable to what they say they are doing, if there's not refutable proof that you could look at and be like, okay, well, there's evidence. Okay, you are who you say you are. Boom, let's go. Hiring coaches and mentors is a necessity. It's a must. I pay coaches and mentors every day, all the time. Well, I don't pay them every day, all the time. I pay for them and I have them all the time, every day. Right? And some of them cost a lot of money. And some of them is for very simple conversations I pay a lot of money for. And some of it's in the fitness realm. And some of it's in the mental realm. Some of it's in the business realm. Right? Hiring coaches and mentors makes a lot of sense, but you got to be careful who you're taking advice from. Don't take business advice from somebody who has never done what you're trying to do. Right? That would be like taking sales advice, how to close somebody, from somebody who has never closed anybody. From somebody who's never been on an online, like they've never done sales. Like if they've never done sales, why on earth would you take advice from it? It's be like telling somebody, hey, you give advice about online marketing when you have never done online marketing. Right? It doesn't make any sense. So just be really careful about who you take advice from, because it can end up biting you in the ass at the end. Because it was just like this morning, that dude's going to get hurt with what he's doing. Like I didn't want to be like an overbearing, like jerk, and step in and be like, bro, fix his form. Like, or just go fix it myself and be like, dude, you're going to hurt yourself. Right? That was on my role, it was on my place. So I'm like, well, he's going to be what it'll be. Everybody gets to learn a lesson in life. And his lesson will be different than my lessons. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, be careful. Be careful with that. So take a look at your world around body, being, balance, and business. Take a look at it. Right? Where are one of two sides of this equation? Where, number one, you trying to be the expert that you're not the expert at. You actually don't know. You're pretending like you know. You're walking around like you know. You're posturing like you know. But the reality is you don't know. And number one, stop that. Shut it off. Turn that off. Right? And now the other side of it, if you're looking to hire a coach or mentor, you're looking to hire someone, I don't care what domain of your life it is in, any area of your life, just be careful that you're getting what you pay for. Be careful that you didn't just buy snake oil. Be careful that what you're stepping into is what you know you need to step into, right? But when you find the right mentor, you find the right coach, the right guide, your life can go vertical in so many ways, but you got to be careful because there's a lot of salesmen out there who can talk well, but they don't deliver real results. So, that's all I got for you today. This is today's Daily Fire. And as always, it's your boy, Trevor J. White, reminding you that you're only one pivot away.